Good evening to all those on social media, Facebook and YouTube. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephen Gray. I'd like to take just a few minutes to introduce to you a few resources and also to introduce to you four of the most important books you will ever read and four books that you must read. The first of these resources is going to be jbs.org. JBS.org is the resource you need to get a proper understanding of the Constitution of these United States and how to take the proper political action to preserve it and restore it. Next, the four most important books you will ever read. The information provided within these books lays the historical foundational knowledge that is necessary to awaken the American people. It will empower you, the reader, with the necessary knowledge to take the appropriate political action against the globalist political elites which have infiltrated the highest levels of our government. These put everything you thought was going wrong into proper perspective with the documentation and exposes so much more than you could ever imagine. Book 1, To the Victor Goes the Myths and the Monuments, exposes the first 100 years of the war against God and the Constitution from 1776 to 1876 and its modern impact. Book number 2, In the Shadows of the Deep State, exposes a century of Council on Foreign Relations scheming for world government. Book number 3, The Creature from Jekyll Island, is a second look at the Federal Reserve. It exposes the Federal Reserve for the banking cartel that it is and shows how its members have manipulated the currency, calls boom and bust cycles. It also exposes how our enemies have been funded and built up with American technology, all at the expense of the American taxpayer, and so much more. Book number 4, International Merger by Foreign Entanglements, exposes the loss of American sovereignty by so-called free trade agreements, pacts, and partnerships. This brief introduction of these 4 books does not even begin to scratch the surface of the information contained in them. No fictional work can rival the truth in them. These books do not take the sides of Republicans or Democrats, but exposes the unthinkable that has taken place by those who seek to bring the whole world into a one world government by the means of endless wars, enslaving the world in debt, and taking away American sovereignty through so-called free trade deals, treaties, partnerships such as NAFTA and the USMCA, which President Trump is currently pushing. With that, I'd like to take a moment and show you each one of these books. The first, book number 1, To the Victor Goes the Myths and the Monuments. This book is available at jbs.org. It is also available on Amazon Kindle. Book number 2, In the Shadows of the Deep State. This shows and exposes a century of Council on Foreign Relations scheming for world government. This book is available at jbs.org. The Creature from Jekyll Island, a second look at the Federal Reserve. This book is available at jbs.org. It is also available on Amazon Kindle. And if you do not have an Audible account, it is available on audiobook through Audible, and you can get this book and generally one more for free if you'll take a free 30-day trial with no obligation. And at the end, you still get the books to keep the books even if you don't renew your Audible membership. Book number 4, International Merger. Again, this book is available at jbs.org and on Kindle. Book number 1, To the Victor Goes the Myths and the Monuments. The author is Arthur R. Thompson. The second book's author, In the Shadows of the Deep State. The book is authored by Arthur R. Thompson. Book number 3, The Creature from Jekyll Island, G. Edward Griffin is the author and researcher. And book number 4, International Merger Through Foreign Entanglements, is available or authored by Arthur R. Thompson as well. I cannot stress enough the literal necessity for each American to read these books. Again, it exposes so much more than the brief introduction that I've given you. I thank you for your time. I pray that you would get these books, you would read them, and that you would share this video and get the word out. Again, everything that is expressed in this video is of my personal opinion from the facts that have been ascertained from the historical documentation and history and otherwise in these books. May God touch you and lead you, and may God impart these books to you and you get them out to others, and this video to others as well. Thank you. Have a good day.